Hello, Mr. Ahmed. I'm going to talk about chemical reactions. What's a chemical reaction? A chemical reaction is a process in which one or more substances, also called reactants, are converted to one or more different substances known as products. A chemical reaction rearranges the constitution of reactants atoms to create different substances as products. This is a diagram that demonstrates how chemical reactions happen. Here are some evidences of a chemical reaction. There are 7 evidences that indicate a chemical reaction has happened. The first one is gas bubbles appearing. Gas bubbles appear after a chemical reaction has occurred and the mixture becomes saturated with gas. A chemical change that creates the gas is completed after the gas bubbles leave the mixture. The second one is formation of a precipitate. A solid known as a precipitate that forms after two solutions are mixed is also a sign of a chemical change. The precipitate will sometimes fall to the bottom of the container, or it may remain suspended in the mixture and make the mixture cloudy. The third evidence, uh, color change. When the compound changes during a chemical reaction, the color may change as well. Color change does not always indicate that a chemical change has occurred, since there are other factors that can contribute to a change in color. Temperature change. Chemical reactions that involve bond breaking tend to absorb energy from the surroundings, making the surroundings cooler. Chemical reactions that involve making bonds release energy, which makes the surroundings hotter. When energy is released, the production of light, the fifth evidence of a chemical reaction. When energy is released due to a chemical change, it sometimes creates a light source. This type of a chemical reaction tends to occur in combustion reactions, such as a fire or burning process. Man-made examples of a light being emitted due to a chemical change include fireworks exploding in the sky and creating a colorful display. The sixth evidence, volume change. Uh, each chemical compound has a specific density. If the chemical compound changes due to a chemical reaction, the density changes as well. This causes the volume of the substance to recede or expand during the reaction process. If the volume changes too rapidly, it may cause an explosion. The seventh and last evidence of a chemical reaction, odor change, also known as the smell change, smell or taste change. Each chemical compound has its own distinct smell or taste. When the compound changes after a chemical reaction, the taste or smell of the compound changes as well. Uh, Here are some pictures of the evidences. The first one, is a rotten egg. The last evidence of a chemical reaction. The seventh, odor change. The second one is the first evidence, gas bubbles appear. The third one is the formation of a precipitate. The fourth one, the volume change. The sixth one is the color change. And the last one is the uh, temperature change. Different types of chemical reactions. There are 4 main chemical reactions. Synthesis. In a synthesis, direct combination or composition reaction, two or more reactants combine to form a more complex product. The second one, decomposition. A compound breaks or decomposes into smaller pieces in a chemical decomposition or analysis reaction. Single replacement. Single replacement, single displacement, or substitution reaction is when one element is displaced from a reactant to form a compound with another element. The fourth, double replacement. When the reactant swaps partners, the reaction is called a double replacement. Double displacement or metathesis reaction. This diagram demonstrates the four different types of chemical reactions. First one is synthesis. Second one is decomposition. Third one is single replacement. And the last one is double replacement. Thank you, Mr. Ahmed.